North Durham, Kawartha.
Welcome to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I'm your host, Jackie Hermans. Now, some of you know that I'm also a yoga instructor. I'm a medium. I channel, and then I also do team building workshops and keynotes and emceeing and things like that. If you're interested in ever booking me, you can check out my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca. Okay, so let's talk about what's on for this show. We have some exciting new shows coming onto Rogers TV. We'll have Joel Mislick, the gluten-free guy that's going to be on the show today, talking about his new show. We have Big Red, who's going to talk about his new show. And we're also going to be talking with Peter Daphos of Ignite TV about parent controls. So this is an amazing way to make sure your kids are only getting the screen time that you're wanting them to have. And you can also use it as a, hey, you didn't do your chores. Screens are going off for you, but they can still be on for other people. So we'll be talking about those parent controls more. Now, if you're interested in being on the show, you can send us an email, uxbridgescugoglife@rci.rogers.com. Maybe you want to have your own show. You can also send us an email to that address and let us know your ideas, or maybe you just want to volunteer. So we will be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life. Keep on watching.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
That he fell.
Whoa, I'm not driving. I'm way too stoned. How are you feeling, Veer?
Oh, since we had that talk, I'm not driving tonight at all.
What about you, Dave?
You only had a couple of drinks.
And only a couple of puffs.
I don't drink and drive. No way I'm getting behind the wheel when I smoked weed, too.
How are we getting home, then?
Well, you can drive, Dave.
Come on, Dave.
Take one for the team, buddy.
Don't let weed and alcohol influence your decision to drive.
Yeah, I need a ride.
Hi, I'm Daryl.
And I'm Julie.
We're the hosts of the Mindvine Mental Health Show, presented by Ontario Shores Centre for Mental Health Sciences.
Each episode, we get the conversation going by talking with experts and people impacted by mental illness.
Join the conversation with Mindvine.
Only on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I have Joel Mislick, the gluten-free guy, on the show. We've had you on the show before. I had so much fun learning how to make that delicious gluten-free chocolate cake.
Yes, oh, it was good.
That was amazing. So we're going to get a whole lot more from you because you have your own show that's starting with Rogers.
Yes, that's right. So I thought, you know what better way to share how easy it is to cook at home and make things from scratch, and you know exactly what's in everything, and let's make some food together.
That's amazing. So is it going to be more than desserts? Are you cooking everything?
Absolutely. It's going to be more than desserts.
Okay.
But I find it's desserts that people really want to know how to make, like chocolate cakes and brownies and cookies, so many different things. I'm thinking of, like, you've got holidays coming up, and there's all of those holiday treats that people love to make. They may not know how to make them. So I'm like, let's show you how easy it is to make these things.
I think with you saying how easy it is, that gets me really excited, because I've never considered myself Molly Homemaker. I'm not even saying the right word.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not a major baker, but sometimes, and I'm gluten-free and I'm dairy-free.
Yeah.
And so I usually, the thought will go through my head. I was like, it'll be so much easier just to buy something.
But it can be challenging. Eating gluten-free and dairy-free. I mean, it can be really challenging.
It can actually be easier just making it myself, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the other day I was making a pasta with a friend, and he was shocked at how easy it is just to make your own noodles.
Your own noodles?
Yeah, like it's so
wow.
easy to roll them out and sear like salmon, for instance, and get your sauce going. Like it sounds like a lot of steps, but it took maybe 5 minutes.
Wow.
The whole thing. Like it was really fast.
That's amazing.
And it tasted so good.
Oh my goodness. So what kind of noodles did you make?
So I made a gluten-free pasta noodle with Frankie's gluten-free all-purpose flour.
Okay.
And it worked unbelievably well.
Do you need to have like a noodle maker to be able to?
No, I just used a rolling pin.
Really?
And just rolled it out.
And then cut it
a little bit
up?
of flour. Yeah.
Wow.
And
okay.
I'll show you how to roll it and how to fold it and cut it so you get these long linguine noodles or spaghetti noodles. Like there's so many different things that are. It looks complicated when you've got it, but it's so easy to do. And I want to bring the freshness back into the kitchen for people, because so many people are like, oh, let's just grab something from the freezer and pop it in the oven, which is great, but sometimes being able to go in your garden and picking peas or beans or spring onions or something like that is so nice.
Amazing. Okay, so, we can get into, I'll speak for myself. I can get into, let's say, a rut when I think about I need to make something for my kids that I can eat, that they want to eat, because my diet being very restrictive, there's a lot of things that they're like, oh, I don't want to eat that. So it would be wonderful to get some new recipes in my toolkit where it can be the go-to, as opposed to it always being tacos or spaghetti,
Which are great.
They are great, but let's get some new exciting things in there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's amazing. So is your show going to be every single week? Is it a new show every week?
We're still in the planning stages of that, but it's going to be, I think, as often as we can get shows out on a regular basis, so that we can help educate and feed your mind with great ideas and inspiration.
Okay, that's amazing. I'm so excited to see it. When do you think it will be launched?
I'm guessing our hope is September to launch it. So it's coming close.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm thinking once it's up and going, it's going to be so great. And I'm excited for it.
Okay, have you started to film the episodes now?
Yes, I've started already.
Okay, so one is the pasta and the salmon.
Pasta with salmon.
Brownies.
Brownies,
okay,
absolutely.
What
There's
other episodes have you?
cookies, There's all sorts of different things. I've also got some people already submitting recipes to me of things that they want me to show them how to make it gluten-free.
Oh, okay.
And I love
What a great
that.
idea.
Yeah, I love getting responses from our viewers, because that's a direct connection of, they want to see how to make Hamantaschen, or they want to see how to make
I don't even know what that is.
Or they want to see how to make this specific kind of cookie or pastry or anything like that. So,
you know what I would love are desserts that are not only gluten and dairy free, but also low in sugar and even higher in protein. Because for me, I'm active. I'm very active in fitness, and so I'm always thinking I need high protein, high fiber, low sugar, good energy, and gluten and dairy free. So even like protein balls, I've been making some of those, but to get some new ideas on things like that, just to throw it out there.
Absolutely, and you know what? I have a few recipes in mind that I think I could probably throw your way that might give you some inspiration.
I would love that, because those quick, I'm hungry and I want something a little bit sweet, but I don't want it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I look forward to getting those recipes. I'm excited to see your show.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for being on again, Joel. So we will be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will endeavor to describe the feeling just trailing the Blue Nose.
Angus should never have agreed to this last race. She's too old.
Eddie!
Coming in there! Johnson, hang it, Mac! Get to it, Mac!
Appears there's some kind of difficulty.
Seems to be something loose up there, I believe.
The console's foul!
Can't see a man.
Just once more, little girl. And you can rest.
She's holding her lead.
Her last race and still undefeated, the Blue Nose out of Lunenburg, Nova Scotia was fastest in the world for almost 20 years.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I have Big Red on the show, and this is really exciting. So I've had you on the show a couple times.
Yes.
And now you're getting your own show.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Okay, so what's the name of your show?
It's called Eating Out with Big Red.
Okay, so are we not only doing drinks?
Oh, we're doing food. Yeah. So
Wow,
I'm a bartender.
Yeah.
I know nothing about the back of house. Front of house, that's fine. I'm great with that.
Yeah.
Back of house, I don't really know food. So my whole idea for this was Durham has so many good restaurants to offer, so much to offer for everybody.
Yeah.
And especially in a post-COVID world, we need people to know about these places.
Yeah.
All the restaurants, the bars were hurting during COVID. So now we need to go out, we need to support our friends, support the guy down the street.
Yeah.
So my whole goal with this is to kind of just go into restaurants, talk about the history, talk about the owner's history, just show what Durham has to offer.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
And you're getting to eat out.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
What a wicked show idea.
Yeah, it's going to be good, hopefully.
That is so good. Are you also going to pair a particular drink with whatever you're ordering?
Yeah, so we just went to Marwan's Global Bistro. We filmed.
Love Marwan's.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's kind of this first episode that we filmed is kind of like where I got my start. So I was born and raised in Port Perry.
Okay.
And then we kind of go down the street. That's where I lived. I worked at Old Flame. I worked at the Port Social. So we kind of get a background into what made me me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I love it.
obviously Marwan's and the Port Social is a big part of that. So we went there. I helped him cook a dish, and then we paired it with one of the drinks on his cocktail menu. That I was actually there when we created the recipe. So that was nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I ask what dish? Do we have to keep it a secret, or can I know what dish you ate?
Oh, I kept getting it wrong. Chicken marsala. Chicken marsala, yeah.
Oh, okay. I love that dish. I haven't had it there.
It's fantastic.
It was amazing.
It's amazing.
And
absolutely.
what did you pair with it? I'm sorry, I totally interrupted you.
No, that's okay. We paired it with it's called the Lebanese Breeze. So it's strawberry flavored gin, vodka, orange blossom water, lemon juice, soda.
Wow.
Yeah, refreshing, fantastic.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, can you tell me where you've gone next?
So far we've only gone to Marwan's Global Bistro and Old Flame.
Okay.
Visit my friend Jack at Old Flame.
I love the Old Flame too.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere there.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of history, so you learn all about the history, and then we'll take you to walk through the back that sometimes you don't get to go see while you're just there having a drink.
Yeah.
So my friend Steve took me on a tour of the back.
Okay.
Taught me all about the brewing process.
Nice.
And so yeah, you get to watch, and then you can learn how beer is made as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I understand they have a chip truck on some nights out at the side of their
so
their
I know they like to get different food trucks to come in and they don't have a kitchen or anything, right? So they want people to experience food as well.
Yeah.
So they just bring different food trucks in, and they'll have pizza one night. They'll have I remember Gangsta Cheese was there one night.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a good time.
And they have good entertainment there too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so has your show started airing, or when is it going to air?
I believe it's going to start airing in June, sometime this summer.
Okay.
I don't really know. That's above my pay grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is volunteer, right?
Right? Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
And And so, is your show going to air once a week once it launches?
Again, that's above my pay grade.
Okay.
I know it's been thrown around maybe once a week, maybe bi-weekly, but
Okay.
we'll see how things go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so excited
Yeah,
for you.
I am too, yeah.
It is really cool. What are some other places that you would love to visit?
I know since I worked in the hospitality industry for so long, I know a lot. I have a lot of friends. Portobello Road in Oshawa.
Okay, I haven't heard of that.
Okay, so they do.
What do they feature?
Like vegan. It's a completely vegan menu.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's a good friend of mine. His name's Alex Van Camp. Him and his wife, they opened up the Portobello Road. They did like takeout stuff during COVID.
Yeah.
And now they opened up a storefront, and now that storefront, they just opened up seating maybe a couple months ago.
Oh, that's
so
exciting.
now it's like a full-blown restaurant, and yeah.
Nice.
So hopefully I get to go there and showcase their vegan menu.
That's amazing. Okay, so
Yeah.
before COVID, did they do anything to do with food beforehand? Were they passionate about it on the side and they just didn't have a business?
Alex was he is a chef. I remember he worked at Port Restaurant out in Pickering. He's worked at a bunch of places in Toronto. Him and I kind of lost touch when he was in Toronto, but now he's back in Durham region. And yeah, I don't get out much. Once you get past the Durham region lines, I'm out.
Yeah,
this is my home. So we lost contact when he went out there. He came back, opened up this place with his wife, and yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very excited for them. I'm excited because sometimes I'm definitely not pure vegan at all.
Yeah.
But I like to eat vegan or at least vegetarian a few times a week.
Oh, yeah,
just to
absolutely.
help clear out the body.
Right?
And
It's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, their menu's 100% vegan. Everything's made in house. They do pizzas, they do pastas. They're wild.
Nice.
Yeah, some great
I'm
stuff.
so excited. Well, I'm really excited about you and your new adventures
Thank
with
you,
Rogers.
yeah.
You're a great personality. That's why I
Hey.
keep having you back on the show.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hopefully, even though you're going to have the fame with your own show, I could still get you back.
I don't know about that, but...
Well, thank you so much for coming on again.
Absolutely,
And I
yes.
wish you all the best. And
Thank
we'll
you.
be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
I'm Wendell Clark with a word about winning. We all know it takes a team effort in any sport and with any challenge. You can be a part of the winning team that shuts out impaired driving. Whether you're out on the town or just hanging out with friends, drink responsibly. Always have a plan for a safe ride home for yourself, your family, and your friends. You'll be helping to shut out impaired driving.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Hi, I'm Daryl Mathers.
And I'm Julie Van Hardingsfeld.
We're the hosts of the Mindvine Mental Health Show, presented by Ontario Shores Centre for Mental Health Sciences.
Each episode, we get the conversation going by talking with experts and people impacted by mental illness.
We will all be touched by mental illness in our lifetime, and it's important to understand the resources and support available in your community.
Join the conversation with Mindvine.
Only on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. So I have Peter Daphos, who works for Rogers.
Yes, I do.
And today we're talking about Ignite TV.
Correct. Yes, we are.
Okay, so let's start with just a quick overview, because maybe not everyone has Ignite TV. And what are the unique features of Ignite?
Ignite TV, the remote is what excels in the whole service, but you got the voice remote, you got the cloud PVR recording, the boxes are smaller, everything's wireless, and our wireless is now going throughout the whole house. So it's there's a lot of things to look forward to. On Demand is revamped. It's just a kids zone. We have a kids zone there for parents who, want to sit their kids in front of the television and ensure that they're safe. They can't venture out into other channels or other things that they might be inappropriate. You know what I mean? So digital sandbox. It's extra security for the children. So yeah, a lot of things to look forward to. And our new app that we just updated and renamed to Rogers Home Connect. So there's a lot of things this app brings to our customers.
What does it do? Now, we are going to be getting deep into parent controls.
Correct.
But can you give us a little overview about
that? For sure,
app?
absolutely. So you can download it from the, if you're a Rogers Ignite TV customer, you can download it from the app stores, Google Play or Apple App Store, and it's free. And you sign in with your My Rogers account, and parents are really going to love this. So it gives you complete control out of all the devices. So you can start off by creating profiles for all the members of your family. You know, there's mom or dad or brother, sister, doesn't matter who it is, aunt, uncle, and you assign the devices that they use and that they have to their name. And old school way, if you wanted to discipline anybody, you'd have to unplug the modem, you know, no internet for anybody. But now you can, through the app, you can control, you know, that your one child maybe needs, you know, some disciplining or needs to do their homework or whatever. So you pause just their devices without affecting anybody else. So it's really nice. Yeah.
And now, can you do that on a regular schedule? Like every day at this time, this is when the Wi-Fi is going off for Johnny, and for Jane it's going off at this time, or for the whole household it's going off at this time?
Correct, you can. The service has a lot of flexibility for different scenarios and for different customers, and there's bedtime routines, so you can set up a schedule so that bedtime happens and then that's it. You can set up timers as well. You can pause devices for 30 minutes, 2 hours. There's like a plethora of settings to choose, right?
Okay, now do you have to be a real techie to figure this out?
Not at all. Oh my
because
God, it's
honestly,
really
like this is like, okay, it sounds amazing, but also for me, it's like, okay, it also sounds very overwhelming. Like, how would I figure all that out?
You know what? Technology can sound overwhelming, but I think Rogers did a very awesome job of simplifying it, making it really easy. There's a lot of help. I mean, you can always give us a call. We have a lot of online tutorials to guide you through the process. And I mean, I don't even think you'll need it. Everything's really self-explanatory. So.
Okay, so what would be my first step if I wanted to start setting up parent controls? Where am I going to go?
Yeah, so in the app, there's a section called People. It's a tab at the bottom. So you click on People, and then you just follow the prompts there. You're going to create the names first, you know, however you want to name them. And then once you have your people that are living in your home, and then you got to assign the devices, right? So if little Johnny, wherever little Johnny is, has an Xbox and an iPad and, you know, a Nintendo Switch. So those go under little Johnny, right? And then you keep creating until you're satisfied with what you have, right? So.
Okay. Yeah. And what is the app called again?
It's called Rogers Home Connect.
Rogers Home Connect.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Now there's another cool app that came out that you want to talk about.
Well, this is the Rogers Home Connect. They've revamped it and they've updated it. It used to be called Rogers Wi-Fi Hub.
Okay.
So if you have it installed and you haven't updated yet and you still see Rogers Wi-Fi Hub app, you got to update it. It's now called Home Connect. And one of the cool features that I really enjoyed about this new update is where it starts venturing into the smart devices. So there's only a certain amount of companies that are supported, and I'm sure that will grow with time. But as an example, I have an Ecobee thermostat at home, which is not a Rogers product, but it allows it to be added to the app so that I can control not just my Rogers stuff, but I can control now third-party devices as well, like your Ecobee or your TP-Link is, you know, some lighting or Philips Hue.
That's not toilet paper.
That's not, no. TP-Link is not toilet paper, no.
Okay,
just
checking.
But
You're talking some language that obviously I'm not familiar with.
These are just some technology companies. Philips is another one. Anyways, you sign in with those respective.
Again, not a screwdriver.
Not a screwdriver, no. Yeah, but super easy, you know, and you know, I'm excited for the future, right? We have a lot of things coming down the pipe, so.
Okay, now I recently, this past fall, I moved into a new place, and they had a security system already in place, or front door open, back door open. Is that it? Because I already have that, I haven't even downloaded an app to be able to look at it on my phone yet. Is that something I could just link to my Rogers?
If the company is supported by the Rogers Home Connect app, because you'll see in the list that it'll show all the list of companies that we support.
Okay.
Right. So when you have a service that we support, you can just log in with the company username and password, right, to give so that you're giving, let's say, Ecobee access to Rogers and vice versa, right?
Okay.
Right. But so if it's not supported at this time, unfortunately, you won't be able to add it. But we do have our own Rogers Smart Home Monitoring that you could look into as well, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Little plug there. Okay, Peter, thank you so much. It was great having you on the show.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
So we'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life.
When an impaired driver killed my brother DJ, my life changed forever. During the pandemic, all of our lives changed, and many of us turned to alcohol and drugs to cope. As life returns to normal, the increase in substance use from COVID has lingered, and some police services report an increase in impaired driving that caused heartbreak and devastation. Now, more than ever, we need your commitment to never drive impaired, and to encourage all of your family and friends to do the same. Together, we can save lives.
Lovely viewers, it's your host of On the Couch, Antoine El Hashim, reminding you to tune in for every episode of Season 9 of the longest running and most loved local queer talk show on Rogers TV. Check it out.
Up next on Meet the Band with the BMD, we have up-and-coming rap artist, Soars.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. So I want to thank our guests for coming on the show. It's always great having Joel, the gluten-free guy. I am so looking forward to getting some super easy recipes that whether it's baking or whether it's for a quick meal for the family. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Big Red Show because I feel like I need to explore Durham more. Right? Get to know the different restaurants out there, different options. Let's start living more outside of the box. And I'm grateful for Peter Daphos coming in and telling us more about Ignite TV and the cool new app that they have with being able to use those parent controls. So thank you so much for watching. Next week, we'll be back with more on Uxbridge Scugog Life. Bye.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Your visit isn't really necessary.
I'll judge for myself.
I know you're an MP, Miss McPhail, but a woman has never...
I am not leaving till I do. How can such a society be called civilized? If those appalling conditions don't change, that prison will explode!
Perhaps our lone